Welcome to Second Story, everyone. I'm Corey Leckie. This week on the show, Josh and I decided to team up with our friend Matt from Southwest Counseling, and we're going to do a 72-hour fast. Why are we doing this, you might ask? Okay, so before we get started, I just want to say fasting may not be for everybody. You should really consult a medical professional about this. We are not even close to being medical professionals or health experts, so really consult a professional. It may not be the right thing for you. Okay, so we decided to do the 72-hour fast for varying reasons. The research is a little bit scattered on the subject, but what I found is there's tons of religions and tons of cultures out there that do fasting as part of their routine. So I was wondering why they do that. So I started looking into the possible benefits of it. At Second Story, we're always looking for ways to grow, looking for ways to challenge ourselves. So anything we can do to help us along the way in growing, we're going to do it. And if there's a cheat code to success, we're going to take it. Our friend Matt Barnes from Southwest Counseling, he decided to do this challenge with us.
All right, boys. There's this great quote from Seneca that says the body should be treated rigorously so that it's not disobedient to the mind. And I just like that, just working your body, reminding it that the brain is in charge. This is the supercomputer, and we program our body to do what we want it to do. This is a challenge I've never done. I did a 20-hour fast last week. That was the first fast I've ever done. So I'm excited. I'm kind of scared for my family because I get really hangry.
When I brought this up to Josh, he was very skeptical. He has his reasons why he didn't want to do it, but ultimately he decided to go on this journey with us, which is pretty cool.
Normally I don't eat stuff like this. But my wife made these cupcakes and I figured it was the last thing I would eat before I go on a fast, a 3-day water fast. So cheers to not eating. All right, eating. See you in 3 days.
Okay, so here's some potential benefits for fasting that intrigued us. First one, obviously, there's the potential for weight loss. Fasting can help lose weight while maintaining muscle mass, so that's a great potential benefit. Improved blood sugar, so it can help lower blood sugar levels, so reducing your risk of diabetes. Better heart health, reduced inflammation, improved metabolism, improved gut health. But the two things I was most interested in was the potential to improve your brain health, so get rid of that brain fog. And then secondly, cellular repair. So fasting can put you into a state called autophagy, which is basically repairing your cells and getting rid of those waste materials in your body. Ultimately, if you can do that, if you can repair your cells and keep your cells in your body in good health, then you reduce the risk of serious disease like cancer. The rules of our fast: 72 hours, no food. We can have water with salt. The reason that you add salt is to gain some electrolytes that you would normally get from food. And then at night, we're also going to be having magnesium. We decided to consult with Dr. Mason Bresett. He's a naturopathic doctor, and he's well versed on the subject of fasting. And he's done it himself, which is just another great benefit. Okay, so I'm here with Dr. Mason Bresett. You are a naturopathic doctor, so I thought it'd be good to chat with you about this fasting experiment that we're gonna do.
First off, congrats to you. It's exciting. It's a really powerful tool to support your mind, body, spirit. So I think, I'm just happy you guys are diving in to try the 3-day fast.
Do you feel that there's benefits to it? Is there consequences to it?
So just in general, there's different types of fasting. So there's the intermittent fasting, which is more of a shorter period. And then there's the longer 1 to 3 day fasts. And So within each of those, you get like different benefits because the body responds differently to the amount of time that it doesn't have with any input like food or water or depending. And then there's different like fasts, like dry fasting or water fasting. So dry would be like you wouldn't have any water, which would be, you know, it's more of the intense one. Digestion we know is like, you know, it's big in absorbing nutrients, but it also takes a lot of energy to create like the whole digestive process. So you kind of like save on that big surplus of energy that goes into digesting. You're kind of like doing a bit of a reset and getting rid of the kind of the old damaged stuff in the body. So once your body goes into a fasting period, especially after like the 2-day mark, your body really starts to recycle all these old damaged immune cells. It allows your gut to heal. It creates this process called autophagy. And autophagy is basically that cellular repair system. Regenerate, renew, turn over the old cells, kind of create some new fresh ones with the immune system and different proteins in the body. So there's a lot of benefits with like just like this renewal process. Benefits with like weight loss if that's why you're going into it. So, you know, once you get to a certain amount, like the 36 to 48 hours, you'll get into ketosis, and that's when our body burns fat. And our body does burn fat very well, but it just takes a little bit because it's got to burn through the sugar, and then it goes into burning our fat storage up. If you're not eating any macronutrients, whether that's carbs, protein, or fat, your body won't secrete insulin because it doesn't need to. Because you're not eating any sugar. So that inherent reset with no insulin is really good sometimes because it gives the body another reset period where you don't have any insulin secretion, and insulin is good because it helps us in certain ways, but if it's too high, it can cause other issues too.
The night before the fast, I intended on eating well prior to it, but it was my niece's birthday, so we actually ended up going out for wings and nachos. Not the best, but still better than what Josh ate. Part of my goal with this fast is to lose a bit of body fat percentage. I have been working out regularly and am down from a high of 196 just a few months ago, but I am still not quite where I want to be from a body fat percentage. So my hope is that this can jumpstart some of that change. I'm excited. I don't know. Right now I'm not feeling too different because I've practiced intermittent fasting in the past. It's 9 o'clock. I stopped eating last night at 6. Normally when I intermittent fast, it's the same. I stop eating at 6 and I don't eat again until like 11 or 12 in the morning. So right now I feel just normal. There's no change, no difference to what I usually do. I think the thing that I'm most excited for from what I've heard is that you get a sense of mental clarity, and that's what I'm chasing right now. I've got a lot of decisions to make over the next little while and a lot of different things that I'm chasing that I really want to try to gain some clarity around those things. The other thing is I've been working out pretty steady every day, at least 5 days a week, 5-6 days a week for quite a long time. And I haven't seen I've seen definitely strength changes, I've seen some changes in my body, but I have this lower layer of fat that I just cannot get rid of by doing this fast, if that can change that and target those areas. So I'm interested to see over the next 72 hours what the difference in body composition is from this fast.
Good morning. It is about 5 to 6 in the morning. I've not eaten in 12 hours. And definitely having an empty belly. Feel it. I'm not somebody who fasts normally, so this is a little different. Normally I eat breakfast around this time, so we'll see how the rest of the morning goes, rest of the day. But yeah, I feel okay so far. Not really much of anything. I'm going through some vertigo right now, so I've had a lot of dizzy spells the last few days, so we'll see how that goes going forward with obviously not having food, low blood sugar, all that kind of thing. So I'll let you know.
I found that the easiest thing that I could do to keep my mind off of being hungry was just to work. So that's what I did. I just put the time in, worked, And actually, I found it amazing how much extra time I got by not snacking and eating throughout the day. So just past the 16-hour mark of this fast, and this is when, you know, the hunger pains start coming in, you start feeling really hungry. I'm kind of used to this one because it's kind of the same point that I would hit on an intermittent fast. Actually, this might be the time where I would start eating on that fast, or I would give it another couple hours. I don't think this is like the big crevice to jump over. It's gonna get a lot harder, but those feelings are starting to come on, and hunger is just a feeling, right? It's your body telling you, okay, time to eat. But if you can train that brain to overcome that feeling, then you should be able to get through that.
I gotta be honest though, I'm about 14 hours into it right now, and I'm feeling a little bit strange. Corey said to drink the bath salts, so I drank all the bath salts, and now I gotta be honest, I feel pretty fucked up. And you shouldn't drink bath salts on an empty stomach, I don't think. But anyways, we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed. Looking forward to a good day.
So I'm pretty sure that Josh, Matt, and I all prepared for this differently. Last week, I intermittent fasted most of the week. So I did, 16, 18-hour fast last week to kind of get ready for it. Matt, I think he did a 20-hour fast to prepare. I'm pretty sure Josh did nothing to prepare for it. So it's going to be interesting to see the different results from everyone and what they're saying. Because for me right now, like, it's nothing. Like the 18 hours, it feels normal.
Entering hour 18 of no food, and I know what a lot of you are gonna say. You're gonna say, "I'll go 18 hours every day without food." You can get if that's you saying that. I don't go 12 hours, and I don't really know if this was a good idea to do with vertigo and like a sinus infection. I'm starting to think it wasn't. I did Google it, and there was some stuff saying it's not a great idea because the fast can cause dizziness. I tend to agree. I'm definitely dealing with some dizziness right now. I can't look up. If I look up, I get really woozy. We'll see. We'll see where this all goes, but I don't feel great right now, if I'm being honest.
My wife baked fresh buns for everybody. They look delicious. So this is normally where I would procrastinate on work and grab something to eat, a snack or lunch or coffee or tea, something like that. But it's just salt water for me. Yeah, I don't love it. So coming up on 3 o'clock, which puts me to about 21 hours of this fast. To be honest with you, so far it's been a piece of cake. I don't expect that into, overnight and then into tomorrow to be the case. But so far this has been pretty easy. I got up this morning, I worked out like I normally do, kind of went through my day, did my mixture of the salt water. So I'm using Celtic salt with my water. And yeah, I've just been going through the workday. Probably about maybe an hour ago, I got pretty tired. I try to hit my protein goals every day. And I think because I'm so used to that and I get good intake of protein at lunch normally, that usually carries me through the afternoon. Got a bit of a burst of energy again. I'm just working away, doing some edits like I normally do. And yeah, all's good. Hey, what's up? So how you making out? Did you sleep all day or what?
I couldn't sleep.
You couldn't sleep? Why?
I'm too fucking dizzy.
Dizzy from what? Your vertigo or from this?
I think it's my vertigo. So I'm pretty sure I have an ear infection. not the best. And I definitely have a sinus infection. Like, I've been using this nasal spray, this medication nasal spray to try to get rid of it. But yeah, it's It sucks. Not gonna lie, it's pretty terrible. I just walked into a door. I'm all like spun around. I just feel like I'm spinning constantly.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Amanda like looked at me. She just got home, and she just looked at me. She's like, "You look horrible," and I'm like, I haven't eaten since yesterday. She's like, "You're actually doing that when you're like this?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." I'm like, "We made a deal that we would do this." She's like, "You can't be doing that right now when you have this going on." And I was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Almost made it a day. We're almost at a day now." she's like, "You have to eat supper." I'm like, "We'll see." Like maybe I'll eat some supper. I don't know. I'm gonna see, but it's like it is bad.
I found this to be a piece of cake so far. Is that bad?
No, I actually thought it would be easier. I knew it would be easier for you because you actually do this. I think you'll have probably the second day will be the hardest for you.
Okay, so it's 6 o'clock on day one. I just came up on 24 hours of fasting. And I'll be honest with you, I hit a wall. Went to my massage therapy appointment. Not sure if it was that. It seemed to be around that time, like right after I got out there. But yeah, I've been lightheaded, kind of feeling a little bit sick to my stomach. I feel like I'm gonna puke up this salt water, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep pushing through. Hopefully I sleep okay and wake up feeling all right tomorrow. Yeah, it was good all day. I went for my appointment, and then I don't know if that stirs things up in your blood circulation or what, but ever since then I've just been feeling pretty tired, pretty down. My stomach's kind of rolling a bit, head's starting to hurt a little. Keep you in tune, but yeah, not great at the moment.
All right, guys, just day 2 check-in. Tough sleep last night, really tough. Tossed and turned about 400 or 500 times, and I thought about quitting for sure, at least twice. Just kind of stressed out. My body just didn't feel right, and started getting stressed about being sleep deprived. But managed to kind of push through. And I think one of the things that was helpful was just taking quitting off the table and also breaking it up. So last night was a third of the way. So that helped to kind of get through it and feeling okay this morning. Just about to have a kind of a light workout and just drinking lots of water, had a black coffee, and overall doing well. And yeah. It feels good not quitting.
Day 2 of the 72-hour fast. It's 10 in the morning, so I'm about 40 hours in currently. Last night, Josh dropped out. He decided he couldn't do it. We'll say he made it 24 hours. I think it was probably a little less.
It feels good not quitting.
I don't know that this is for everyone, right? Not everyone, every body type can do this. In fact, some people shouldn't do this. Myself, I've been working out consistently for 5-6 days a week for months and months now. I eat very well. I was consistently going down in weight, which was a goal of mine. So for me to take this on, it's not that crazy on my body. That being said, it's still a long time until 6 o'clock tonight, which will bring us to 48 hours. And then it's an even longer time to tomorrow night at 6. The one thing I am realizing through this process, though, is, man, your mind is powerful. And your mind can overcome great things and can do very, very hard things if you will it to. Having that grit and determination to push through something like this, I think it's going to translate to all kinds of different things in my life. I'm hoping that it gives me more discipline in a lot of different areas. All right, we're coming on noon here, day 2. Starting to feel a little bit like I want to eat. I haven't really felt that all morning, but I'm going to head out for a drive, going to run out, do a bit of shopping. I think that might actually be a challenge because I'm going to be going by, you know, my favorite spots, like to grab a coffee, or, you know, going to be going by a bunch of restaurants, things like that. So we'll see how I make out. So this has been a little bit hard coming into Walmart to buy some food. I wanted to buy some chicken broth. In fact, I've been to a few stores now and it's been difficult because everywhere's got food. They've got food at the register, there's chips, there's all kinds of stuff. So when all you're thinking about is food, didn't have this problem at home because I could just hide in my office. But when you're out and about, have to buy something like chicken broth. Yeah, that's where you run into it. Well, I did it. Went to Walmart, got through there, got what I needed. Still not eating. Still good. All right, I should be able to go in here without any food, right? Nope. I found the morning to be easy. I was like, wasn't feeling anything. I was thinking like, this is just going to be a breeze. But this afternoon's been challenging, and I don't know if that's because I went out shopping and had all this food around me everywhere. Like everywhere you go, there's food. You know, at 6 o'clock, we'll be at 48 hours. It's like around 2 o'clock right now. So getting there. I actually had a lightheaded moment too when I was in Home Depot. I'll be honest, my wife asked me to pick up a cleaner, and I'm having trouble focusing and finding it. It's a very specific thing. There's a million cleaners here. Just having a little trouble with focus. That night, I had to run a trivia at Imperial City Brewhouse. Man, that was tough. Watching everyone drinking and eating pizza, and all I had was this salt water. Yuck. So by day 3, I had lost 4 pounds and down 1% body fat. It's day 3. Sick of this salt water, I'll tell you that. I haven't had any big clarifying moments or anything. The last 3 days, I felt pretty tired. I have moments of energy, but I had trouble getting out of bed today, really dragging my feet. I'm hoping that push through. I've been over 60 hours now without food, just salt water. Just gotta make it to 6 tonight, and that'll be 72 hours. I think I'm gonna see the benefits and the after effects. So I'm hoping that it helps in the recomposition I want to do to my body. I'm hoping it helps with some mindfulness, hoping it helps with some discipline, but we'll see as the days go on. Here's hoping.
Has to do with the cold, like after you work.
All right, so it's just after 12 o'clock on day 3. I'm feeling pretty good, especially knowing that the end is near. So I've got 6 more hours and then my 72-hour fast is done. I'm gonna make up a soup with some bone broth tonight and just eat something like kind of nice and mild on the stomach. And then probably just start back into regular eating tomorrow. Eggs, proteins, all that kind of stuff. Just start adding that back in. I did hit some walls, that's for sure, throughout this whole thing. It's not easy. I can tell you for sure that this is not an easy thing to do. But once you get to this 3rd day, it's kind of, I don't know, it becomes a lot easier. It's right in front of you. So just gonna ride it out now and keep working away, because work is taking up my time and helping me to get through it.
All right, I'm here for my final check-in. It's been 72 hours with no food and only drinking water, and it's been quite the journey. I don't know if I'll ever want to do it again, but it's been a great test, a good challenge to be able to push through this. I'd say today has been probably the hardest. Day 3, just really low energy. I almost felt unfit to go to work this morning, but was able to rally through. Last night I actually had a great sleep, which I was really surprised about. I think my body went into ketosis, and it was almost like it gave up wanting food. The first night was definitely like a stressful sleep. My body just I think it was sounding the alarm. But last night it just kind of settled in. It was almost like a switch, and not as hungry, not as focused on food. Definitely a lot of fantasizing about what I'm gonna be eating. One of the great things about doing this with some buddies, my parents also did it, is like the accountability and the camaraderie and the encouragement for each other. So that was really helpful, just being able to check in with them. What are you guys going through? What's helping you to push through this? Outside of Josh, who could only make it a couple hours, we all managed to rally through this. My parents are almost 70 years old, and they feel great today. My dad lost 8 pounds, my mom lost 6, I lost 5 pounds, and just really a whole new appreciation for food. I think that's one of the biggest things, is like how much we take for granted food. I want to kind of focus on the window of eating, and just learned a bit about, that window ideally would be about 8 hours in a 24-hour period. I know I have days where I'm eating probably over 12 hours of the day. Yeah, it's been an experience. I'm gonna have a smoothie just to kind of ease my body into eating again. So cheers to everybody. Thanks for following along. Wow.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
The next few days after eating, I did continue to lose weight, and I ended up at 177.6 with a 23.5% body fat. All right, thanks for tuning in to Second Story. I hope you enjoyed that episode. Please throw us a comment if you've ever done fasting, or if you plan on doing fasting in the future after having watched this episode. It was definitely tougher than I thought it was going to be, but all in the name of growth and rewriting your story. Flip the script, write your sequel. See you on the next one.